Hi, my name is Rory Quinn. I am the CEO of Yukon Metals. Yukon Metals has 17 properties, of which we've advanced 3 to the drilling stage. What sets apart those 3 assets, in addition to the geologic potential that they have, is their access to infrastructure, so roads and power. At Star River, we are on an all-weather access road, plowed year-round by the government. At AZ, on the western side of the territory, we sit 6 kilometers away from the Alaska Highway, and at Birch, we're 65 kilometers away from Burwash Landing. We'll be drilling 3 projects this season in the Yukon. Star River we approached as a silver-lead-zinc project, but it quickly became a precious metal project. Through field work last year, we were able to find through outcrop and subcrop and some float bonanza grade silver and gold. So on the silver side, up to almost 11,000 grams per ton silver in rock sampling, roughly 4 ounces per ton gold equivalent, and then up to 101 gram per ton gold. So they're almost 3 ounces per ton gold. We then did a lot of geophysics work, and so our highest concentration of silver grade, our highest gold grade at Star River, our highest electromagnetic response to that geophysics work, and our highest and largest gravity response all coincided in one area of the property. And that's where we'll be drilling this season, starting in June. Really just a bullseye target there, where all of the efforts that we took all aligned in one place that says drill here. At AZ, we're 6 kilometers away from the Alaska Highway, and we have 3.5% copper outcropping. That will be the subject of an initial drill program this season. We'll drill an initial 2,000 meters into that outcropping high-grade copper. That area that we'll be drilling is called Chair Mountain, and that Chair Mountain sits within a 1.2 kilometer long Gossan zone. It has outcropping copper at surface over that 1.2 kilometer long trend. We'll be drilling at Chair Mountain, and then we'll be doing a more regional geophysics program to test for continuity along the 1.2 kilometer long Gossan zone, and then along a greater 5 kilometer long trend. At the end of which, at Nutzoten, Ron Birdall and family did some trenching work that returned over 10% copper. So at AZ, there's the potential for high-grade copper with the 3.5% copper at surface, and then regionally potential for scale as well. Yukon Metals is really the product of 30 years of prospecting by the Birdall family. For context, the Birdalls and Ron Birdall and Scott Birdall were the founders of Snowline Gold. Snowline represented the primary gold assets in the Birdall family portfolio, whereas Yukon Metals represents the copper gold, gold silver, and critical metals part of the portfolio. At Birch, we had a 1,400 meter long gold in soil anomaly with gold grading up to 0.9 grams per ton across 1,400 meters, so almost a gram per ton gold. Sampling at Birch returned multiple samples of 2.4% copper and gold above 14 gram per ton. So at Birch, certainly the potential for high grades given the gold in soil and the sampling program we did with 2.4% copper, 14 gram per ton gold, and also scale evidenced by the 1,400 meter long footprint there of gold in soil. We also see high grade copper in soil and molybdenum, further evidence we feel of the presence of a porphyry. We've been able to attract a very good team here at Yukon Metals. Our first hire really was Helena Kuika. She's our VP Exploration. Most recently, we were able to add Kaylee Gattens to the team. Kaylee and I met when she was at Gold Corp and I was at Wheaton Precious Metals, and we're thrilled to be able to add her to the team. She's got a vast amount of experience in the communications space and working in ESG, which is very important to us. And along those lines as well, we were fortunate enough to be able to add Sue Craig to our board in this year as well. Sue has a vast amount of experience working in the Yukon with communities and First Nations, and that's tremendously important for us as we advance, first of all, drilling on 3 assets this season, and then significant work on 5 other assets as well. Also, Sue brings a substantial amount of technical experience to our board and to our advisory committee as well. With $17 million in the bank now, after our $11 million raise this spring, investors can look forward to hearing from us on 3 drill programs this summer. Starting with Star River, we're aiming to get in there in June. Again, that's on an all-weather access road. Once we start working at Star River, we believe we'll be able to work well into winter there because we have that all-weather access road. We'll be able to bring in the substantial drills on tracks. It won't have to be helicopter supported, so we believe we'll be able to have an extended drill season there and also save money versus solely helicopter supported programs. After our work at Star River, work will begin on AZ, July and August. After wrapping up work at AZ in August, we'll move on to Birch. And we'll be working and drilling at Birch 3,000 meters in August and September. Yukon Metals will have a substantial amount of news flow and catalysts through the balance of the year. With drilling at 3 projects, we're going to learn so much from these initial holes that we do in the inaugural programs at Star River, AZ, and Birch. And with $17 million in the treasury, we're going to be able to get as aggressive as we need to really test for grade and scale at all 3 of these assets. At the bullseye target at Star River, we believe we have an opportunity to intersect silver and gold in the same drill hole. So an ability there to puncture through a silver-bearing vein at surface and then into a gold-bearing manto 50 meters beneath the surface. So really an opportunity for a twofer there. A 4th asset that's really become quite important for us at Yukon Metals is called Risby. Risby was previously explored as a tungsten prospect. Upon doing a lot of desk work and looking at assessment reports over the winter, we've determined that Risby is also an intrusion-related gold system with drill holes finishing in gold mineralization. So we're going to do a thorough review of that this field season. We'll have boots on the ground at Risby. Ron Berdahl will accompany Helena there to site and really go over the database that we have and put together some really nice drill targets there as well. The key thing about Risby, in addition again to its geologic potential, Risby is only 30 kilometers away from road and power and can be worked from our Star River camp just up the road. Yukon Metals trades on the Canadian Securities Exchange under YMC, and we can be found at yukonmetals.com.